In our previous videos we have configured a vCenter server, ESXI host and a storage server. In this video we will assume this is our first ESXi host in our environment and we are yet to build the vCenter server. The idea is to manage a standalone ESXi host. We will log in as root user. There are a few warnings regarding evaluation license and no data store configure, which is okay for a new installation. Since our ESXi host is a virtual machine, we can add additional virtual disk and configure it as a data store. However, we will use our free NAS instead to provision storage for our host. Before we jump into storage configuration, let's dive in a little on the management and configuration options available. If we click on the action button, we have many options such as create VM, shutdown/reboot, collect support bundle, etc. We can jump to the services menu to start and stop any service from action menu. Explore all the tabs and check all configuration options available. Example, configure a global log directory. Configure NTP server configuration and change the NTP service startup type. Licensing tab to evaluate the features available with current license. In the Services tab, can start or stop a service. Example, start the NTPD service for time synchronization. The storage option in the left pane will give an overview of data stores connected, available adapters, rescan when a new storage is added, etc. The network option in the left pane will give an overview of the current network configuration. Example, VM network, management network, name and type of the switch, physical NICs connected. Back to the storage option in the left pane, we will now try and configure a LUN from our storage server under Storage or Adapters tab. We will make use of the ESXI protocol to configure new data store. First we have to enable the software ESXI adapter inside our ESXi host. While it is loading, let's switch to free NAS. Log into FreeNAS web interface as root. From the left pane, navigate to Storage. First we will confirm our NAS have enough storage available to configure a LUN. Next we will check the IP to be configured for target portal or server. Once the IP is confirmed, navigate to Sharing to configure block, ESXI. For test purpose we will not make any change to target global configuration. And click Save. Go to the next tab Portals, click the Add button. We will not enable any type of authentication and set it to none. In the IP address section we will click on the drop-down and select the IP of the FreeNAS and then click Save to proceed to next step. Our next step is to configure initiator. All clients that needs a storage provision from FreeNAS are initiators. Click Add, we will set to all initiators in the same network. We will not restrict the access at this point and skip to next step. Configure a target with default settings. In the next step we will map the available disk of FreeNAS server for data store purpose. The last step is to associate the extent with target. We will now switch to our ESX host UI. Once we navigate to Storage, Adapter and click Configure Software SCSI, we have number of details to key in. We will keep most of the settings default, such as CHAP authentication. For the purpose of this test environment, we will go to the Dynamic Target section and click Add Dynamic Target. Add the IP of our FreeNAS server. And save configuration. Once the settings are saved, we will refresh the adapter page and we now have a new adapter in the list. We will rescan the adapter to scan for new storage. Post a successful scan, we will see a new disk available in our host. Click New Data Store, give a suitable name for the data store. And click Next. We can use full disk or custom to create a new data store. Select the version of file system VMFS 5 or VMFS 6. We can see our host has new data store available with the capacity we have configured. We will create a temporary virtual machine. Upon successful creation of a virtual machine, we can confirm 1. Nested virtualization is working. 2. Our storage server and its ESXI configuration is working properly. That is the end of this episode. In the next video we will configure our vCenter server to add data center, cluster, host etc.